All right.
It rocks!
I know. So here's a quick overview of Maltego, hopefully.
You can do it.
So on this screen, stuff is working. On your screen, it is not. I don't know if I like this new setup. All right, there we go. There's more than one way to skin a cat. So, Maltego, for those of you that don't know, it's part of the Kali Linux distribution. It's hidden under the information gathering portion of that. There's two editions, the free version or the paid version. I didn't spend any money for this talk, so we're going to talk about the free version. Now you can get it on Linux, Mac, or even Windows, which is what I'm going to be demonstrating it on. So what Maltego does is it tries to make some connections for you based on information you have or information that it gathers for you. And the main thing you need to know about Maltego is it lets you know that the internet is a bad doorman. You know, we all like to think that we're nice and help people out, but one time years ago, I walked over to somebody's house because they had come over to my house and asked for something. So I went over to drop it off and they weren't there. Somebody completely different answers the door. I said, oh yeah, I was this random girl that lives here that plays rugby. I was supposed to give her this thing. That's all I knew about her. And the guy at the door was like, oh, you mean Sarah? Yeah, she's gone for like another 2 hours. She's gonna be at this exact location. She's with like 2 friends, here are their names. They're driving this type of car. Anything else you need to know, man? You got a phone number or anything else? Email address? What's her Facebook profile? This guy was the worst doorman ever. Just gave me all the information I possibly needed. And well, that guy is synonymous with the internet, thanks to Maltego. So setup is pretty easy. Once you download it and install it, or you already got it on Kali, you open it up. There's a setup wizard. Part of that setup wizard, you got to create a free account if you're using a free account or your paid account. If you use your free account, it's going to ask you to renew every couple of days your API license key because it's free and they like to annoy you. You can choose a machine or you can roll your own machine. For the purpose of this short talk, we're going to talk about how to find a person and how to find something off of their Twitter handle. Another key part of the free edition is the results are limited. So if you pay for the full price, you get more connections, and it'll constantly remind you that you have the free edition and how you're not getting as many results as you possibly could. So we're going to do the person to email address, and since I'm here at SetKC, I decided to go on the website and find one of our founding members. And if you go to that page right now, at the bottom, there's the founding members, and then like right at the very, it was like the 3 prime members, and I picked the first one. And so, since SetKC is near and dear to me, much like the Justice League, we're going to pick the prime person, and as we all know, the prime person is right in the middle there. So we're going to find Wonder Woman, who, if you go to the website, you can verify, it's Alex. And then, to each side...
You just cut your mic off.
I did, yeah. So then to each side, we've got Superman and Batman, and that's Corey and Bill. They can fight over who gets to be who. And then the rest of you founding members, you can fight over the Flash and all those Green Lanterns and stuff. And you can, whoever loses gets to be Aquaman. But it's really pretty easy. You're just going to input their name and then click finish and wait. So this is not going to be a live demo because that would mean I'd have to be on Wi-Fi with the rest of you. So once you get results, you get to select the interesting things, and when I searched for Alex, I found these 3 right here, Alex at SetKC, Bill, and Corey, and then they were linked to the SetKC org, also pq.org and play.google.com. And then for the next one, we did Twitter. So again, off the SetKC website, just grab that. It's going to give me all the associated hashtags, users. I do have to log on to Twitter to do this. So you can use your personal Twitter thing, or if maybe perhaps you engaged in some legal mischief beforehand and happen to have a dozen or so random Twitter accounts because your student loan servicer changed your student loan payments without notifying you, then maybe you just happen to have some lying around that are a little bit more anonymous. And I may or may not have a script to create those on hand if anybody needs it. So now we get Twitter pitted. We search for SetKC there on the Twitter. For the hashtags, I found Kansas City, big surprise, and Kansas City, which is really close to Kansas City. It's like a little dot. It's kind of like Edwardsville. You don't even notice you switched over to it. Other interesting ones: hacking, KC, SetKC, Trixie, Go Royals, and Pwn to Win. All the ones that were found with the free version in like a couple of minutes on my network at home. So then from those hashtags, I can go deeper and just an easy click on the thing. I can search further. I can find users who have tweeted at that person, users who are following, their friends, their affiliations, see if they've been leaking anything on Pastebin with their name on it, find out anything about their Facebook account that might be paired with that. And then this one I thought was interesting, any of their dynamic DNS locations. So now you can find out where they were, not just on Twitter, but after work, if they're not good with their Facebook. All right, so quick summary before I switch over to the other screen, because this is a nice old computer and it barely is handling PowerPoint. Maltego is a good starting point if you're doing some recon. You can find links between people and different companies. Like I said, it's free, limited to a few results, but it gives you a decent start. And for those of you that don't know, this is my last SetKC. I'm moving to Albuquerque. So, I love you too. But there is no SetKC-like group in Albuquerque, so SetKC beats any Albuquerque group, hands down. The only thing they've got is a monthly luncheon that costs you $75 a year, and you still have to pay for lunch.
Are you entering witness protection? Tell us the truth.
No habla inglés. All right, so here we go, starting with Wonder Woman. Got all of his first and last name right there off of SetKC. Now, I didn't know if he was also Alex Lowerman at Hotmail, A. Lowerman at Hotmail, Alex L. at Hotmail. Randomly, he could be Censor at Amazon. Or, I don't know why it came up with R. Kamiyama at Bloomberg.net. Is there something Alex needs to tell us?
Wonder Woman.
Yep, sorry. Wonder Woman for the rest of the night. So then we've got Alex over here, Bill, and Corey. And Corey just happens to be the one that's connected to all of these PQ. I haven't heard of that, but perhaps that's not safe for work, and maybe you don't want to look it up here with people around.
That's safe.
And then when we switch over to the twits, there's a lot of stuff there. So each of those means something different. We started up here with just the alias of SetKC, and then obviously the first thing it found was the SetKC person. And then it gives me different affiliations, people that are affiliated with SetKC. All the pink ones are twits. The yellow ones are URLs. We've got another alias here. And then we've got the hashtags that we talked about. So as I can zoom in on each of those, it shows me different things that they've linked to, like the wiki.setkc.org, SetKC jobs. We got the Pwn to Win hashtag, another SetKC page. Let's see, go back this way so we can see stuff. We got Trixie, which I heard was awesome. If you guys didn't go, you should go again this year. And then just the webpage talking about hacking. And as I scroll up, I can start to see the different. Oh look, there were tickets still remaining for Trixie, but over half of them were already gone. There's a ton of stuff about Trixie. Apparently their Twitter is very busy in that time of year. Hackers showing support for the Royals was another interesting one there. The audience voting, more talk about Trixie. And then we also get to see all the little icons of people that are associated with SetKC. The Plantain District is a solid supporter of SetKC. And Rob Winch, there we go. Sir Kilobyte a lot. But again, this is all just quick information that you got right from the SetKC website. Don't have to do much, and this tool will go out and it'll find all the different connections. So if you're trying to find people associated with a certain company, a lot of them will make different people follow them on Twitter or other things like that. Or even if you're just looking to figure out what a potential target has in their interests, that you could find a way in to leverage them to get more information. This is a quick, easy tool. Like I said, it's already part of the toolkit, and the free version does enough for a short talk. The paid version apparently makes some of our other speakers a little wet. So, thank you guys. I'm not going to take any questions because, again, it's a free version.
That's awesome.
Very Maltego.
Nicely done. Nicely done.
Some of us are in management. We don't have to know how to use tools.
Where's the GUI?
All right, where's